Hi guys, Coach Carter here. So we're making a new video about our different tier variations we utilize in the program here at Cerritos High School. Our traditional program is based on a 3-day per week cycle. So for most sports, I would say that's going to get the job done. It's going to get your high school athletes bigger, faster, and stronger. Again, we got to realize that most of the time these athletes haven't had a lot of weightlifting experience beforehand. They also have multiple sports going on sometimes. They also have school. So normally I would say 3 days per week is probably going to be the most beneficial. But there are times you might want to go to a 4-day a week program. And there's definitely times you're going to want to go to a two-day a week program. So real quick, just if I was going to get into this little sheet, why variation? So again, you can adjust to your schedule demands of your players or coaches. So maybe you want to go 4 days a week if you know you have enough players that can make it, if you know you're really trying to get ready for a big season, or maybe you're playing a sport like football where strength and power is critical for success. You would definitely adjust your program for an in-season athlete, so that's definitely going to be a time you use the 2-day-a-week system. And then if you're looking to get your athletes more training in the weight room, the 4-day-a-week program would definitely be utilized. So if we first went to a 4-day-a-week plan here, let me try to figure out what the best way to do this is. So I'll read my bullet points first, but we utilize a strength power split. So if you looked here, our normal tiers are always total body. We would always utilize an upper, total, and lower body lift on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But if we're using a 4-day-a-week plan, we kind of gravitate more to a strength power split. So on Monday and Wednesday, we focus more on power movements. So our jumps, our cleans, our front squats, our ballistic movements are kind of focused on Monday and Wednesday. And on Tuesday and Thursday, we're doing more of our strength movements, more of our bench, more of our squat, more of our lunges. So we do kind of split it up a little differently with a 4-day-a-week program. We still utilize kind of that total body theme, but it's a little more broken down with strength and power. Obviously, in a 3-day-a-week program, it's an odd number. So if you did strength power or upper or lower body split, you're going to be short a day on one of those core movements. So with the 4-day-a-week program, you can do it a little more evenly. Then another adjustment we have on a 4-day split is we have one more tier lift. So if you can look at here, we normally have 3 upper body tiers, 3 lower body tiers, and 3 total body tiers. With having that 4th day, we have a little extra time for some more movement. So we do have an overhead press and a upper posterior movement, both as core lifts. And if you were to look here, you could see how we kind of program it in. So normally we would have only 3 days to program it, but with that extra day, now we would do, again, our power day is Monday, so we would do power 1, power 2, and a lower body movement. And then we would focus more on ballistic and agility aux exercises. And then on Tuesday and Thursday are our strength days, so we would be doing more of our upper and lower movements that are strength-based. And we can mix and apply a metric just to kind of keep that power output high. So there's a little more thinking involved. The 3 tiers don't really fit evenly into a 4-day-a-week program, so you have to do a little adjusting, a little juggling. But this is what I've kind of found work for our athletes. This is what we utilize in the off season for football at Cerritos High School. Obviously, we got to get those kids bigger, faster, and stronger. Weight room is a little more of a core part of a football program that's successful. So we will utilize the 4-day program. I'm sure some people are thinking, what about 5? In my experience, Monday through Thursday in the off season will get the job done. Some want to go Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. If you use that, you can make Wednesday a little bit more of a circuit, a little bit more of a auxiliary day. I would stay away from doing 5 days of tier total body, upper body, lower body lifting. I think it could probably be a little taxing on the kids, especially if they're doing multi-sports. I think for this age group, I would probably cut it off at 4 days a week. But again, there's some that I know do 5 days a week and get away with it. So I don't utilize a 5-day tier split. I go 4 with, if I wasn't going to do a 5th day, I would do some sort of aux, circuit type of training with the kids. So going back to our sheet here, we again, if a 4-day week split, we have more time for strength and power development. So if I kind of show you guys more of the actual program itself. So again, our Monday, we could put in a deadlift. Again, that's more of a strength movement, but the rest of our lifts are going to focus on power. So clean, high pulls, squat jumps, pogo jumps. On Wednesday, which is our another power day, clean front squat, which is a lower body movement, but it is a total body tier in our system with high pulls. And then our aux movement are split squat jumps and jump ropes, which is again jumping, ballistic type of activity. And then if you look at our Tuesday, Thursday, our strength days, bench, squat, lunges, rows. I do throw in box jumps just to kind of keep some power output going, keep that power output, ballistic movement high. And then the overall theme of our Thursday strength is all, I don't want to say slow moving, but non-ballistic, non-jumping movements with more strength emphasis. So we still keep it on a 6-week cycle. Again, if you've seen any of these other videos, we start with a high rep, low intensity. As the weeks go on, we gradually get to a high intensity, and then on week 7, we max. So quick side note, I am coming out with a website very, very soon that's going to have these programs available to you guys. So if you're interested in maybe getting a 6-week cycle for your sport, these will be online very, very soon. So again, I'm not going to really go into too much details of how I manipulated why power 1, power 2, and those types of details are in each day. But generally, we're going Monday, Wednesday power, Tuesday, Thursday strength. You can go Monday, Wednesday strength, Tuesday, Thursday power, however your program works the best. But I would definitely avoid doing 4 total body days. I think that's going to probably be a little too jumbled for you. So, okay, going into a 2-day week plan. So if we're talking about in-season athletes primarily, okay, so if we're talking about softball, baseball, basketball, they have multiple games per week, right? It's going to be really hard to lift them 3 days a week when they're playing on a Tuesday and a Thursday, right? They're lifting probably too much. They're going to be burning out their muscles a little too much for their game. So I would highly recommend going to a 2-day week program. The goal here is strength maintenance, right? We're not really going to be in the weight room enough to get stronger. Some kids might gain a few pounds of strength, but our real goal here is to maintain the strength we've already generated from the off season. Okay. One of the biggest differences here is in the 2-day week plan. Let me pull it up here. We only utilize 2 lower body tiers. So again, I'm talking about basketball specifically. I want to keep their power output high. Squatting and deadlifting can be a little too strong, bulky movements in season. So I would probably get rid of deadlift. You can adjust this based on your sport. Maybe you want to get rid of front squat. Maybe they don't need as much upper body strength, so you can get rid of one of those tiers. But we utilize only 8 tier lifts in our 2-day week program. So you can see there's some variation. You can do it on Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday, Friday. I will say you want to avoid 4 straight days without lifting the kids because atrophy will occur. So you definitely want to get them in the weight room within that 4-day period. So you don't want to lift them Monday, Tuesday, and then not have them lift again until Monday. That's 5 days. They're going to lose some strength there. So again, we are taking a tier lift away if we talk about our family of 9 lifts. But again, you also hear this a lot with in-season athletes and is the peaking thing. Again, for high school age group, I think that's really tough to do. How do you know when their season is going to be over, right? If we're talking about, let's say you're talking about a basketball team. Well, do you want to peak them in league? Well, do you want to peak them in the playoffs? Do you want to peak them in the regionals? Do you want to peak them in the state championships? In a perfect world, you know exactly when your season is going to end and you're going to build up their strength to peak. But in my experience, there's so much variation with high school athletes, high school sports. I think if you can get them in 2 days a week just to maintain their strength, I think you'll be ahead of the curve in most instances there. If you know, like you got a shot putter, or you got a discus thrower, or you got an elite sprinter that's going to be ending his time in the state championship, well, you can probably iron out some peaking there. But in terms of team sports, I would probably stay away from the peaking. So how do we do it? At Cerritos, we essentially keep it with our 6-week cycle, and we're just going to keep it a little less intense in weeks 5 and 6, right? So we're probably not going to go any higher than 75 to 80%. We're probably going to be, again, looking for that strength maintenance type of, 5 to 6 reps for the Olympic movements, anywhere from 4 to 8 for the strength movements. We're not testing in season. We'll probably just restart another 6-week cycle. So we are kind of manipulating that high intensity, high volume, low intensity. It's just not as drastic, right? So we're not going to be doing any like singles or doubles week 6. We're going to be, again, looking at our in-season goal, strength and power maintenance throughout the year. Now, with football, we only have a game once a week, so you can probably get away with lifting the kids 3 days a week. So we would go to a 3-day week program in season. But for the most of your high school sports that have multiple competitions during a week and season, I think the 2-day week program is your best bet. You want to stay away from the ox exercises because, again, we want to keep our kids fresh for the competition, right? There's a lot of different opinions about, the new theme of weightlifting is game day lifting, right? Again, because Wisconsin has barbells on the field, everybody thinks they should do it for high school athletes. College kids can maybe handle different things, right? But for high school athletes, in my opinion, I want to keep all their energy, all their ATP on game day fresh for the game. Now, it doesn't mean you can't do some warm-ups, some jumps, some ballistic movements beforehand, but do I want my kids in the weight room on game day? No. That's just my opinion. Maybe for football, there may be some certain situations, but we're talking about general athletes, general high school kids on game day. I want them fresh for their competition. So I would utilize this off game day during the week, maybe throw in a Saturday lift to keep your kids fresh and, again, maintain their strength. That's what we're looking for. So hope you guys picked up a few things. Thanks for watching.